Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Minute, a daily podcast in which we smash apart the films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe into 1-minute chunks so we can analyze them in scrupulous detail. I'm Kyle Olson from the Road to Infinity podcast.
Hey, and I'm Rob Cabasco. And Kyle.
Yes, sir?
Who's your favorite nursery rhyme character?
Ooh, boy, that's a good one. I like the Goldilocks home invasion.
Okay,
good.
yeah.
There's been lots of different variations on that. So
Home invasion.
I also like the original version of Red Riding Hood, where they're still alive inside the wolf and have to get cut out, and they just leap out of his stomach. Oh, Brothers Grimm, you had some real stuff going on there.
I did not know where this was going to go. That's not where I had no idea. Okay, so I have three.
Oh, okay.
The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. Okay, so my favorite nursery rhyme of all time, because it was tied to a toy, I had the 1972 Fisher-Price Three Men in a Tub.
Oh my God, I had that too.
It was the tub.
Yep.
It was the greatest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
We had the little flag,
Yep.
and it was the three of them.
Yeah,
okay, I love that
yep.
thing so much. And in case you're wondering, I'm talking about the classic nursery rhyme, Rub-a-dub-dub. And here it is. Rub-a-dub-dub. Three men in a tub. And who do you think they be? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and all of them out to sea.
Well, we didn't put people to sleep there, so it's very soothing. That was like...
What the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Okay, so I thought about this because there's a reference in this minute. And the reference is Humpty Dumpty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so character, English nursery rhyme. It was probably a riddle, right? And when I was thinking about this and I did my little bit of research, I was intrigued by something I found.
Oh.
Because here's the deal. Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so what is this nursery rhyme? The classic version from 1954 is Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Sure.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
How terrible.
All the king's horses and all the king's men
Hooray!
couldn't put Humpty together again.
Oh, twist.
You know what's amazing about that?
It's a good story structure.
Wait, it's great structure, great rhyme. In nowhere does it say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg.
That's true. And yet, in almost all pop culture, he's always portrayed as an egg.
Not just an egg, an anthropomorphic egg.
Yes.
Which, if you're wondering what that means human features on an egg, right?
Even in Alice in Wonderland, I think they meet, or is it Alice Through the Looking Glass?
Through the Looking Glass,
and he's an egg.
Yes. Which I just think that's hilarious when you think about that.
Yeah.
You know, what did happen there? And here's the deal: like the subject of the egg, it's never obviously said. The thought is that people who've studied this think maybe it was a riddle. So the riddle was he's an egg. The answer is he's an egg, right? And this goes all the way back to like 1870. It was in a James William Eliot's National Nursery Rhymes and Nursery Songs. An amazing.
Wow.
That's a tome that you'll want to pick up at some point. And there's whole various theories on what is the metaphor. What is this meaning? Some people, even in the early 20th century, thought it was maybe King Richard III of England. Who knows? But here's my big closing on this. As I close I don't think we'll ever talk about nursery rhymes again, right?
No, but I'm enjoying this TED Talk.
Do you like that? Do you like? All right. Well, it's about to blow your mind. Why?
Okay.
Because here's what I'm going to end with. This sentence. He makes an appearance in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your punchline.
And is referenced in Taylor Swift's The Archer, which includes the line, "All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put me together again." And that's right. In this minute, I have referenced Lewis Carroll and Taylor Swift in the same sentence.
Wow.
I don't know where to go from here.
I don't think you need to rack your mic.
I think that's it.
Put up, hang your jersey. It doesn't get weirder than that.
You're listening to this at this point, like wherever you are, right? And you're going, what did these guys smoke?
How many of you have looked down at your player like, this is the Marvel Movie Minute, right?
What podcast is this? This isn't TED Laughs or
At
TED
some
Talk.
point, they're going to mention a superhero, right?
What is happening? You'll see. We'll talk about it.
Because we're in really for me the longer we delay talking about this minute, the more joy will be in my heart because I'm going to be a wreck by the end of this.
Well, no, because something incredibly horrifically sad for you happens.
That's right.
Plus,
here in minute 85 of The Incredible Hulk from 2008, directed by one Louis Leterrier.
So we pick up where we left off, where stuff's getting loaded on a helicopter.
That's right. We see Betty just going to walk in and sit across from Bruce. They and then we cut back to Major Spar. Now in the lead scene, we saw that she actually got orders from General Ross to go and talk to Stearns, but in this, she's just there. So
and just make the assumption,
behind. Right. So she is interrogating Stearns to find out what is going on. So she's saying, "Are you telling me you can make more like him?" And he's like, "Oh God, these people, why can't people understand this?" He's like, "No, not yet." Which I love. It's just like one followed by the other. It's like, oh well, eventually I want to, but no, I haven't figured it out yet. He said, "I sort of had a few pieces, but it's not like I can put together the same Humpty Dumpty."
Which again, I thought was an interesting.
Right.
Well,
I know it's such a weird turn of phrase. I love it.
Yes.
All the way he talks is so strange. He says he was a freak accident. The goal is to do it better, which is like so many red flags right there. But
yeah,
this
totally.
is exactly what Spar wants to hear.
Right.
Sort of. I mean, because it's like, oh, you're wanting to do what we want to do. Okay. So she says, so Banner's the only one. And that's where it's up. And that is her final line in this movie, because at that point, Major Spar is shanked by Blonsky. We hear a metallic striking kind of sound. She drops out of frame. We hear her body hit the floor, and Blonsky is standing there, and he says, "She's an annoying bitch," which apparently was a Tim Roth ad-lib, which annoys me even more because it's such a dumb line.
Wait,
and they kept it in.
Hold on. Now that is totally crazy because I wanted to talk about, one, where does that come from?
Right? Because in the theatrical cut, the two of them almost never interact.
Well, now you are assuming, though, he's maybe heard the conversations she's had with Ross.
Maybe,
well, you could take in, because we've talked about how the relationship is interesting between the two of them.
Yeah.
And no, you know what? Like, when you go back to the conversations he's had in the helicopters when they went on the first mission, I can actually kind of see that. However, knowing that it was ad-libbed, what does the person who's playing Spar think when she hits the floor and goes, dude,
really?
What's the deal with that?
Yeah. So
What?
and so exits my favorite character from this movie. Oh, Major Spar, the pipes are calling.
Oh, you just pulled some Danny Boy.
Because that's public domain, baby.
Wait, hold on. It is?
It predates copyright.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like, Danny Boy is... go and listen to it. Like, listen to the full song. Because it's beautiful. It's incredibly tragic. It's basically the soldier telling his wife, girlfriend, right, significant other that, listen, I'm going to go off to war. I'm going to die. Please, I want you to make sure you come to my grave and you mourn me. Oh my God! We always think about playing it like on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm always like, dude, that song is a total bummer. No, like, to have another beer, don't. Like,
yeah, go put on some House of Pain and just leave Danny Boy for now.
What are you doing?
Wait for Pop's funeral.
We got. Jeez, we gotta. Okay, Major Spar. This was
Major Spar.
Yeah,
she came a long way. She did everything that was asked of her. She was the consummate soldier, never let anything rattle her. She was always by his side.
She's working for wackos.
Right, yeah, surrounded by crazy people. She was the only level-headed woman in the room. She got chewed out by her boss in front of like half the military of the East Coast, and still just kept on going. Succeeded every task she was given. Right up until the end when she got shanked by one of her own soldiers.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Hey. Anybody from Disney Plus is listening, you listen to this moment right now and you listen good. You want an episode of What If for season 2? Let me tell you what the what if is. She hears Blonsky coming behind her. She turns around. She plugs him in the head. That guy's dead. And then she goes to the professor and says, I'm up.
Spar.
And can you?
Okay. Dear producers of What If, I will write that episode for you for free.
That would be unbelievable.
$1 American. I will write the entire script for you. Any amount of revisions you want.
I mean, are you kidding?
That would be great to have it like that she's the one that not the Abomination, but turns into
That is a golden episode.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore. I just want to go write that episode.
Well, no. Write the episode. And I mean, okay, not only one, is it amazing, two, it gives a little bit of love to this movie in the MCU, which I don't think anyone would argue that's not that's not a bad thing.
Right.
It gives you you've got William Hurt. You'll get William Hurt. You'll get Major Spar, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a reason to bring Ed Norton and Liv Tyler even in.
Right. What? That's the question. Like, hashtag, where is Betty? That's the one of the biggest unanswered questions. We know where Major Spar is. She's in Arlington, I'm guessing. But where is Betty? And this is a chance to answer all that stuff. To bring everyone in. Bring the whole family back together again. Don't let this movie be the green sheep of the family.
I'm telling you right now. You started right now. Hashtag What If Spar.
What If Spar? I like it. Justice for Spar. Justice for Spar.
That would be incredible. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But
well, pun intended. Let's intend our puns from here on.
Yes.
All right, I'll try. I'm sorry if you hear a crack in my voice as we continue this. I will try and muster my strength in honor of the late great Major Spar. Rest in power.
Amen.
So we switch back to this is interesting because it's Tim and Tim, so we're gonna have to be very specific when we talk about who we're doing the rest of the scene. It must have been super fun to direct.
Sure.
Tim, I need you to not step on Tim's lines. Is it you? Is it me? Is it you? I think it was
Roth.
you. I think it was me.
Roth.
Yeah, that's right. It's so Stearns says, "Why are you always hitting people?"
It's really kind of funny.
It's true because maybe because they're there and Blonsky came rusting in and just started slapping Bruce around.
Well, isn't though
and they threw a Betty and I mean.
But that's an interesting character moment in that I've seen insane stuff over the last 12 hours, right?
Yeah.
And I just saw someone get killed in front of me.
Right.
And I'm oblivious to that horror.
Yeah.
I just want to know, dude, why all the violence? Like,
what's going on with you, man? Like, what is this? What's happening here?
Or is it because he likes what he sees?
Yeah, right. So, but the next thing that happens to him is that Blonsky puts a gun in his face.
And the great line is coming up.
Right. It says, "Now, what possibly could I have done to deserve such aggression?" Which is such a constructed, labored sentence.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Why? But it's like, now what possibly could I have done to deserve such aggression? Like, whatever do you, bro?
And that's where you get punched in the face just for saying that.
Right?
That's why. Because you.
Once again, basically this whole, aside from the horrific death, the worst death in this entire movie, it's basically a conversation between, but it starts out with two people and goes to two people. That's all it is. So it's like, we have to parse out the nuances and stuff too.
Right.
So what Blonsky says is really interesting because of how it can be interpreted. He says, it's not what you've done, it's what you're going to do. Which, if anyone has seen a time travel movie, knows that's the part where you get killed.
Right.
Like, it really, I mean, and the way he says it too, because he's growling, he's sweaty, he's all basically it's like, oh, you're here to murder me so that I don't make more Hulks. Okay, yeah, I get that. But that's not what he's, because, I mean, it really sounds like Stearns is about to be executed. Like, blam, right there, and then that's it. 2 dead bodies on the floor. But no, he says, I want what you got out of Banner. I want that. And so suddenly, light bulb goes off, and Stearns' total demeanor changes and goes, oh, like, we're on the total same page. Like, and I love it because I've always been more curious than cautious. That's it.
Right.
Nailed it. And and we see it in action right here, because at that point, he absolutely does not see the gun anymore. He could care less that he has a gun in his face. All he sees is a test subject.
And, okay, that's amazing you just said that. The one thing that I thought was so interesting about the choice of the composition of the scene, the lighting is done in a way that the gun is so close to his face that his nose is obscured by the shadow of the gun. And it's absurd because that's not, I mean, Okay, you purposely chose all of that to where, as I was watching this, you know what I started to realize is I'm not focusing on the gun. I'm focusing on the shadow of a gun. Which, you know what I mean? Like exactly what you just said. I don't know if that was intentional, but no, I'm not scared of this because it's nothing but shadows to me. Like I now see we can work together.
Yeah. Yeah. And it becomes like, oh, and that's the point where he stands up too. Like obviously there's a guy, crazed dude who just murdered someone standing in front of you with a gun in your face, and he just like casual as anything, like stands up because he's already scientifically evaluating him. Like, oh, this is a different conversation. And he says, you look like you've got a little something in you already. Like, as a scientist, he can see, oh, you've done some augmentation. Like, you know, he's seeing more than just, you know, sweaty, junky guy. Like, it's like, oh, there's a little bit of a extra little spice you put in your system. So Blonsky says, I want more. You've seen what he becomes, right? And Stern says, I have, and it's beautiful. Godlike.
Oh, there we go. We've entered into a different complex in this minute.
Exactly. The two of them are just like, right? Oh, man. They're like, all of a sudden, two Hulk fanboys fanning out.
Yeah.
And then Blonsky says, well, and that's actually where the minute ends. We don't get to hear the end of that sentence until 86, but it's okay. All I'm thinking about is injustice of Major Spar. Justice for Spar. You know, like, and when we said she does one more movie and retires from Hollywood, so
well, she's about to come out of retirement.
That's right,
because
we're
gonna need her voice. Come on, everybody! Oh, that's so great.
Rally, Christina Cabot, you were done wrong.
You know, we're doing this again.
That's right.
Justice there you go. Spar. All right. Yeah. Well, this was an interesting last couple of minutes.
It's interesting, yeah. So like we're obviously things are about to get big and green here in the minutes go by as we move towards the inevitable confrontation.
So I'm going to tell you something. Yeah. As we move on and we bring this week to a close. Off recording here, we've talked about all the amazing T-shirt designs that we have in mind, right? I hope we can get them by the time you get to this episode. I hope that we have some of them on there because let me tell you, that day. And I would hope this is what I'd hope for. Can we secure, when this episode is made for Disney Plus, if we can secure just the merchandising rights?
Oh, yeah.
Just say, listen, let us have, you can have it all, right? Sure. We just want the merchandising rights, okay? And lo and behold, we have a place where such merchandise could be purveyed.
Oh, that's true.
Is it that a word? Purvey?
We are the purveyors of.
We're the purveyors of.
We're purveyors who are purveying. Come, buy our wares.
Oh, you good. All right. Well, we have stuff, but we do actually have merch.
So you can find all of these wonderful designs that we've done, plus other ones we've done for all the other shows here on the Next Reel at nextreel.com/merch.
Check it out. Get a phone case.
So we will see you back here for minute 86. Wipe your tears away, and let's see if we can help save the world with our big green friend. Hope you had a smashing good time. Until next time, true believers.
What if? No, I'm just kidding. Bye.